Thanks very much. I'm delighted to introduce the next speaker. Michael O'Gorman is the Executive Vice President at Clinlogix, a full-service global device and drug CRO, recently voted #1 for clinical monitoring by Nice Insight. That's right, checks in the post. Former CEO and Chairman of the Board of Centrex, and facts about Michael are that he's a type 3 diabetic, a certified public accountant, don't hold that against him, a sports enthusiast, and a recreational drummer. Over to you, Michael.
Thank you. We can start a band. We will start a band, actually. So this is the 5 minutes in the day in which you can close your eyes and just relax, because there's absolutely no content in this whatsoever. Anyway, so I was told to do a speech on what inspires you to come to work every day, and so here you go. So for me, type 3 diabetes, the big discovery on a basketball court. All right? Feeling good at the age of 30. It all started on a beautiful summer day out there. I was all set to show my skills to the ballers on the court, headband and all. Everything was great until perhaps some of you know what this is. This is a sprained ankle. It's the worst thing that could ever happen to you in basketball. It is very painful. And in this case, it actually tore some cartilage out of my foot, and I needed to go get surgery. So, time for surgery. That's gross, so we won't show that. So, before surgery, what do you have to go through? You have to do a pre-admission fasting blood sugar test. And Mike, remember the morning of your blood sugar, of your fasting blood test, the morning of your blood test, you have to fast, no problem whatsoever. Of course, I forgot and ate a big bowl of Crunch Berries. Crunch Berries, by the way, were my favorite thing on the planet. Okay, so this is a lab result, and that little number down there is not correct. Actually, my number was 275. Okay, so that obviously exceeded the normal range. So I visit this guy. Actually, I did visit this guy. And he said, "You have diabetes." Thank you. So here are my doctor's words of encouragement. So everything will be okay. However, you may go blind. You may lose your limbs. You may experience liver or kidney failure. Your immune system may be compromised. Your muscles may atrophy. Well, that's already happened. You won't be able to eat foods you like. You probably will live well into your 40s. Okay? You have to prick your finger several times a day, probably inject yourself with insulin. All right. You need to make some changes. So here's how we did this. So sat down with my doctor. He said, list all the things that you like. So here you go. I like basketball. Occasionally I pick these things up. I like to swim around a little bit. Okay, I like Crunch Berries. I like to eat a big old steak. I like to have potatoes with steak because I'm Irish. I like to have bread because bread is great with steak and potatoes. I like to go to McDonald's, and I like actually the shake in the middle. Vanilla shakes are my favorite. I love pasta. My mom is Irish, but she cooks a mean pasta. Okay? Hot dogs. Who doesn't like hot dogs, right? I drank all the Coke in the world. And I did a little bit of that, too. Occasionally, if there's M&Ms around, I would steal some of those, and that is mac and cheese. Who doesn't like mac and cheese? So now my doctor gets my list. Okay, so he goes, look, you're fine here, you're fine here, you're fine here. That's not good. That's not good. Neither is that, that. Definitely not that, and not that. So I said, okay, so I guess I need to create a new list. So here were the new things that I like, according to my doctor. So I like that, I like that, I like that. They stayed on the list. That is a bowl of lettuce and a piece of chicken. That was it. Those were the new things I was going to like. So I said, this is going to be hard, so help me out, doctor. And I just intervened and said, I'm going to add one more thing. And so I added one more thing. Said, all right, that's better. So what's the bottom line? Forget about this. I'm not even going to talk about what happens with carbohydrates and stuff. But commonly known facts are there's two types of diabetes. There's a type 1 and a type 2. What a type 3 is, it's a genetic defect. You're looking at a genetic defect right here. And so I actually had to do the research on my own to figure out what was going on, because all the numbers and whatnot were just totally odd for either type of diabetes. So my 30-day monitoring results: without medication, normal blood sugars in the morning, spikes right after meals, diet and exercise worked exceptionally well, no low blood sugar issues, excessively high blood sugar levels, 2 to 3 hours worth of basketball. Totally strange. Okay, I was running in the 300s, 400s after eating nothing during the day. So, and then immediate weight loss due to the change in the diet. Sort of scary. I mean, I went way, way down. He's puzzled, but the treatment's going to be the same. So I was not satisfied. I went and I researched it. There's this thing out there called MODY type 3 diabetes. If none of you know what that is, go ahead and take a look at it. It's really interesting. But the fact of the matter is, what these physicians do is they maintain your blood sugar at a specific level so you don't have all the other complications that we talked about before. Okay, so forget all this because I'm almost out of time. The search for a cure. This is the reason why I'm here in industry. So there's lots of things out there like MODY type 3 diabetes where just nobody's even looking, because where's the money, right? The money's in type 1 and type 2 diabetes. But what they're finding out is, with the advent of new assays to do tests on people, genetic tests on people, it's becoming a lot cheaper to find MODY type 3 diabetics, and I think you're going to see a surgence of that. Okay, so how has this inspired me? It's given me the opportunity to work in pharmaceuticals. When given the opportunity, I jumped at it. Said, you know, I absolutely need to be here to figure out how to resolve this issue. So this is a plug again for Clinlogix. So we have a great team of people with passion and research. And by the way, we were voted #1 in clinical monitoring by Nice Insight. So if any of you have been by our booth, we will give you the finger if you come by our booth. You have to come by the booth. It's not the middle finger, it's a finger. Okay, so what's the moral of the story here? So Crunchberry saved my life. That's the moral of the story. And the fact of the matter is, I think everybody sort of needs to look at what's going on in their lives and where are their Crunchberries? Where can they find in their normal course of the day what is going to save their life and move it into the future? And for me, a big bowl of Crunchberries. I will never eat them again, but I miss them terribly. Okay, thank you.